Okay, a lot of you know that for 3-4 months before the presidential election, I was going around in a lot of swing states in particular, but all over the country, interviewing people before Trump rallies. And it was always fun. But one particularly fun place, actually it was 2 rallies within like a mile of each other within 8 days or something, 6 days. Near where I'm from in Pennsylvania, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, I really enjoyed my so-called pregame show before that one. I don't know, maybe it's I hear the Philly accent or I can relate to the area a little bit better, but those were particularly fun. I met people and kept in touch with them who were from just a couple miles where my parents still live and where I grew up. And one of them we're going to get to know now because I've been wanting to have her on for a while, and it's about time. And let's just talk to her about what's going on in the world and get to know her. This is Joanne McLaughlin. I should put in a plug if you're ever in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, or near there in the southeast corner of Pennsylvania. Go to the bar she manages, which is called Duffer's Mill, right?
Yes.
All right, Joanne. Joanne, thank you for joining me today. What's going on? How about those Phillies? Just kidding.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
They're terrible. They're terrible.
No, I mean, just working, the kids, all that kind of stuff, and then of course the Russians and the snowflakes, the safety pins, the coloring books, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I remember when I met you, I think it was September, you were very just worried about the future of the country, and it was so genuine. And, you were really worried that Trump wouldn't win, and I don't think I've seen you since before then, since around then. And so I guess it's a little bit of a weight off our shoulders that Trump got elected and is in there. But like,
and they've not let us enjoy one damn day of it.
Right.
Not one freaking day can it. I honestly, I feel so bad for the man. I mean, seriously, and I said it before, I don't know why you throw your hat into this ring, because it's a nightmare. Even if on good candidates that maybe a lot of people like on either side, 50% of the time they're going to hate you, and the other 50 they're going to love you. And it's just, he can't do anything without, I can't take Pelosi. No. Schumer's a maniac. I can't stand. I wouldn't even identify myself today as a Republican because I think they're cowards. I don't know what they're hiding. He said he's going to drain the swamp. That's what he's trying to do, and no one's letting him. So what are they hiding? So I'm just going to. I don't even know what the hell I am anymore. But I'm not identifying myself as I'm a conservative, of course, but Republicans, they're not doing anything to help either. Honestly, they make me sick.
Well, do you think? You see this where you are in the Philadelphia area. The Republican Party, it's sort of an old boy network, a machine. It's not necessarily the same people who were coming out to the Trump rally in big numbers, which was definitely more of a middle-class thing, I found. What's your sense on the ground in the county where I'm from?
I think I hear a lot about, back then it was all about Hillary, and they were afraid of Trump. I really, and the reasoning is it's a Democrat answer. I would say, I would lay out, Benghazi doesn't bother you. Because I would tell them I dropped dead. Well, that will always bother me, that those heroes got over there, got ambushed by that administration, Hillary Clinton and Obama and all their cronies. And so that didn't really scare them. Oh, it's war. I've gotten in big fights with people, and I'm never going to not, because I just think I'm not a coward. And if you're going to believe in something and you want to keep it quiet, then you're not really doing anything either. Then you have the Trump people, and as soon as you hear they're Trump, I already like you because you're seeing what I'm seeing. And I was really upset about that back then because I was frightened for my children. I'm 55. I'll be dead in 40, 50 years, but my kids, God willing, will have great lives in the America that I grew up in. And I didn't believe for 1 second that that's what we'd have if she would have got in there. And now after he got elected, we were up on that corner for the 2 nights before the election and the night of the election with signs, and then you get the people that we were getting all kinds of beefs from the Trump people, of course the nasty Hillary people, when you go, what's that say? You go high, we go low or some shit?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the finger and all that crap. And one day you'll thank us because
by the way,
you're not doing your homework. What?
I have to point out that the Philly suburbs, especially Delaware County, which is a lot of Italian Americans, Irish Americans there, people are probably even more blunt and in your face than in the rest of the country. I mean, we're from probably one of the most blunt, honest parts of the nation in Delaware County. I mean, wouldn't you say that there's a certain truth to that? Like, and there also is an element, you're not going to get in my face. I'll give it right back to you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm never backing down.
Right.
I've been disgusted with myself. And, I mean, the people I go up against, they don't back down either, but they have nothing to back it up with. Like, I was giving them facts. I was doing my homework. I mean, I started this whole thing, how I thought about all of this, the Democrats, really, I guess, when Obama was coming around. I just was looking at the people he hung around with, and I used to say to my mother, I'm like, Ma, you hang around like people. It's just the way it is. Like, Reverend Wright, I'm like, you're telling me this guy he was going to bat for and he would no longer disown him than his own daughter? You didn't. He hated white people. He was horrible. My mom, well, maybe he wasn't in church that day. I'm like, Mom, come on. I mean, that's what I was up against in my whole family. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. I'm like, I don't say his name right, and I don't care. And people I don't respect, I don't care if I mispronounce your name or not. That Khalid Mansour, that guy's horrible. Horrible. Right. And I stood when I was working the polls that first year that he was going in, and I asked the guy standing next to me on the Democrat side, what about that Khalid Mansour? Who's say? Yeah, who's say? Ayers, body a little bit, nothing. Father Flight, nothing. Reverend Ray. I'm like, you don't even know who you're voting for. And what we got was this will be the only compliment ever come out of my mouth about Obama. The man is an awesome speaker. He gives great speeches.
Well, he's good at reading off a teleprompter. He's
absolutely. No, I'm saying he wrote them. I said he's speech. He can give a great speech. Now, other than that, you gave great speeches.
FM DJ.
Yeah, I mean, he was awesome at that, but you didn't back up anything you said. It was all bullshit. So now you get Trump, and I get it, and I got a bat for him. I mean, his truth is true. I mean, his vocabulary isn't that big, and I'm not saying that in a dumb way. Believe it, he's wonderful, he's great. But I said, okay, so we got a guy who gave great speeches, and he sucked and did nothing for us but make a mess of this country, put race relations back 50 years. And we got a guy who says the same thing, like same words all the time. He's a gazillionaire. He knows how to make money, and he's not afraid of anybody. And he talks like I do in the sense that he doesn't care. He's going to say what he thinks is right. Now, do I agree every single time about anything he says? I think he should chill out on the Twitter. I think, in my own opinion, and I did type this to you, I think when he made that joke, maybe the Russians did it, they took the ball and ran with it. Like, sometimes you plant these seeds in people's minds. Right. And I don't think the Democrats are all that smart. So, hey, what did he say about the Russians?
I'm starting to realize that a lot of them aren't that smart. Schumer's smart, but so many of them are not.
Schumer's a crook.
He is. I'm just saying he's smart. He's a total crook. Yeah. But he's actually smart.
The people on our side aren't buying 1 cent of it. Right. But the other people are buying, like, when they said they need a safe place. A safe place for what? To hide from what Obama started? Like, it didn't bother anybody. They were so offended about what he said about, the woman in the back of that bus. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I don't know anybody. You don't go blind because you get married. You don't go blind to talk about, you see someone good looking and say, damn. You don't do that. Just say it. But, it was funny because my husband happened to be sitting at the football field, and these two lawyers that played football, my son, were saying, "Oh my God, look at that about this really good-looking woman." They're not like it. It just broke. I couldn't even understand. Like, are you guys kidding me? So this is going to bother you, but Bill Clinton actually did rape somebody.
Yeah. Oh, it's
raped
incredible.
Somebody and was in the Oval Office when Bin Laden was when they were telling him. Now, trust me, I'm no world scholar on anything, but I do recall seeing something I watched, and it could be wrong. I don't know. When Bin Laden, they had knew where his routine when he went to the mosque, all where Christ he goes. And they said, let's take him out. Well, you're screwing around with Monica Lewinsky, so you let that go. I mean, the Clintons are horrible people.
They really are. I think we saw that about Hillary.
Listen to it. And now that crazy bitch is back on TV. How about you just own your shit? You lost that election because you suck. Because you're crooked. You friggin' ask the Haitians. They love you. I mean,
I wish you had been with me in Miami. I wish you had been with me at the rally I had done in Miami. Man, that one was funny because it was very international, and so you had a lot of people from a lot of ethnicities who really hated the Clintons. I mean, it wasn't quite like that in Delaware County. But, man, the Haitians, they had some bad things to say about it. You got all that money.
They're going to help these people. They got all this crap up. And your friend goes and builds a goddamn plant on the other side of the island. And they still don't have anything. I mean, that place, they got leveled. I'm like, but again, that doesn't bother anybody. The servers.
Well, it bothered them. The Haitians in Miami.
Oh, the Haitians, yeah, they want to tear their heads off. But I'm saying people around here and just in the country, like it doesn't. They're more mad about some bullshit because of the news channels are just out of control.
Oh my God, they're the
Jesus
worst.
Christ! And I look at them thinking, who listens to this? Like when Maddow came out with that big breaking news story about his
#1 cable
taxes.
news personality now. Number one. She's the #1 cable news personality now.
Well, and that's what scary thought that people think that's #1. She's the dumbest ass on the planet. I mean, I don't give a damn about his tax returns, to be quite honest with you.
Well, there was nothing there.
No, but I mean, when they were saying, like, who gives a shit? The guy's going to get jobs over here. He cares. Let's put it in order. He cares about our military. Obama, you didn't. He cares about all the jobs you lost and got out, shipped out of the country. Obama, you didn't. I don't give a damn. Listen, what? My grandparents came here from Italy the right way. They went through Ellis Island.
Are you Sicilian or Calabrian? Just out of curiosity. Are you Sicilian or Calabrian? What's that?
Sicily.
What's that? Oh, Sicily. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just explain to people. Delaware County is a lot of people who move from South Philly and Southwest Philly, which are known as typical Italian areas, and we take it for granted. But I grew up thinking like, hey, I'm Jewish, obviously, but because of my high school, Strathaven High School, I figured like half of Americans are Catholic because there were so many Italians and Irish. Not that many Poles, but
not really.
Irish and Italians, though.
I mean, there's pockets of everybody everywhere, but you got to concentrate it. I'm half Italian, half an Irish. So
you're half Irish too?
Yeah.
Okay, and your husband's Irish, right?
And he's got a little he's got Irish, he's got a little Italian, a little Native in him, and a little this, a little that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my grandparents came from Sicily.
Okay.
And so I'm really second generation Italian, and then on the other side I'm like I think third. So, but they came in the right way.
Right.
So I don't care. And then and all these bombings. I said, what's sad is when 9/11 happened, we were just traumatized. Oh my God, on U.S. soil, it was crazy, and it still was crazy. It's still horrible. But now everyone's getting used to it. It's becoming like a cop. With first time, I'm guessing the cop sees a dead body, he probably freaks out. But if you see them enough, you get desensitized, and that's what's happening to our country. We're so used to hearing about it. The people, it's like, oh yeah, there's another shooting, blah blah blah. Hey, how about I'm going to go up the mall? I mean, that's what it's getting to because people, we're just hearing about it. That used to be what we watched on the news in those other countries. The other thing who I freaking love is Bridget Gabriel.
Oh,
yeah. Why do you listen to her? She live with these people. So they want to have open borders. Why? I
don't get it. It's
people know how. I'm sorry.
To ordinary Americans.
Watch the little kids. Some little kids are just as bad as the grown-ups. You know why? Because it's what they've learned. It's what they think is right. So little kids are just going to grow up to be the big guys. So, the Sharia law, I was talking to someone, they said, that won't ever happen here. I said, you shitting me? It'll never happen here. I asked my daughter's sons, they're 16, do you know what Sharia law is? And they looked at me and said, okay, sit your ass down, I'm going to tell you what it is. Because it can't happen here. It just can't. I could cry on a drop of a dime when I think about what's happening in this country.
You did when I interviewed you.
It makes me angry. No one cares, and you're not paying the fuck attention, and that's how it's going to happen. Put something shiny in your right hand, and we're going to be over here on the left side here. We're going to be tearing this place all up, and they don't get it. And I don't understand. Hey, and another thing I think is criminal. Hillary Clinton and a loser should be saying peace. Yeah. Not resistance. Let's get our country back together. I think they should be locked up for even just saying that. Yeah, that's what I think. You are calling for resistance. We're never going to get better. We are never going to get better because people are so at each other's throats about it. It's the craziest election I've ever remembered.
They all are at the time. By the time they get there, and it gets worse. It just gets worse every time.
Every damn time.
Total division.
Then Comey? Really?
Yeah.
Really,
I got to wrap up in a minute or two, but let's hear about Comey. No. In a minute or two. We got a minute or so. Let's talk about Comey. I want to get your thoughts on that one.
Makes me sick in my stomach. I didn't like him from the beginning. I think, who were you to say that you didn't think she had malicious intent? It's not your call, pal.
Right.
And then what kills me is, Trump told him to come in. He went to talk to him privately, and it's freaking everybody out. And Lynch said it was a matter. It was an investigation. No one even cares. Like, so when you get a new job and you're not a politician, even when you get any damn job, okay, I worked at this restaurant, now I come here. Things are done a little differently. And if you've never been in it at all, you got to get trained and find out how to do it at all. So he's never been a politician. And you think that Dalmias would have said, look, you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
Where Clinton, she didn't really know she shouldn't have the second server. Didn't you sign a paper when you got sworn in? Weren't they told you what you had to do and not do? You bleach-bit your servers. You did all this crap. And this country couldn't give a shit about it. But they care about him having that little meeting because they're trying to spin it that way. But, Comey, so you're a leaker now, right? Like, 2 minutes ago you weren't, and now you are. Because you know you shit the bed on this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Joanne, you are
honey.
An incredible guest. I am totally having you on again. Wow.
Anytime.
So easy. And by the way, I want to get you on. You know who I had on last week, right? I had 2 hours worth of interviews with him, right?
Yeah, I was listening
Neil,
to it.
You know who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not a Phillies fan, but I had Lenny Dykstra.
No, my husband is. No, here's what I am. I'm dead honest about everything. I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. If it's going into the World Series, I'm all about it.
Well, that won't be happening this
year. There's 162 games, 65 games. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, worst team in baseball. Worst team in baseball. They're the worst team in baseball this year.
It's kind of nice they won.
What's it? They won last
It'd
night?
be nice if they won once in a while.
Yeah, there's always the Eagles. I guess.
Hopefully, right?
They may do something this year. They showed some signs last year, I think.
I do like the quarterback, though.
Carson Wentz?
Our quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, and they gave him some weapons in the off season, so who knows? All right, got to let you go. Joanne, we'll have you on again. You were great.
Thanks, hon.